This is Kaylie Plemens from Roane State Community College with Amanda Cole and Larry Hankins, both theater students at Roane State, under the direction of Clarissa Feldt, to talk about the new play. How is the new play, The Glass Menagerie?
The Glass Menagerie is by Tennessee Williams, and it's a pretty good play. It's kind of based on his life, of how he was and how his sister was and how his mother was. So it's kind of like an autobiography of himself. And it's basically about Tom, which is basically who he portrays himself as in character. And it's a memory of how he had left his mother and sister during that time, and he feels really guilty about it, and so he plays it back in his mind.
And your character is the mother of Tom.
Yeah, and ironically, her name is Amanda too. So she's the mother, and she is basically a worried mother. She's worried about her children. She's worried about how they're going to get through life and everything. And Tom is just, he doesn't really, he thinks his mother's annoying and and picking on him and all the time, but really she's just worried about him most of the time.
How is it like to play Amanda, with your name being Amanda as well?
Well, it's kind of weird during rehearsal because Clarissa will be talking about our characters and she'll be using everybody else's character name. And then she'll use my character name, but it's also my real name, so I'm just like, wait, is she using my character name or is she using my name?
Right.
So
right.
It gives you a little bit of doubt in your mind for a second.
Larry, tell me a little bit about your character that you play in the play.
Tom is pretty much an autobiographical character of Tennessee Williams. It's very much based on his life, like she mentioned. Very interesting character. Most characters I've ever played have been very comical or just based on cartoon characters. This is the first time where it's based on a very serious writer's life.
And you enjoy playing Tom as well?
Oh yeah, it's very much fun.
That's great. Also, for ones that do not know what a menagerie is, would you like to specify?
Yeah, sure. A menagerie is basically glass animals. Since it's the Glass Menagerie, these animals are glass. And it's what Laura comes back to throughout the whole play. And she loves her glass menagerie. And she's more like a child. She's older than Tom, but it doesn't really seem that way because she isn't in the right kind of mind. She's more like in a childlike mind.
Okay. And with you playing a 40 to 50-year-old lady, how is that with dress rehearsal and everything?
Well, I've played an older person before in plays, but this is the oldest that I've played. Like you said, she's 40 to 50, so I have to have wrinkles and I have to have makeup caked all over my face, and it just feels like I have tons and tons of makeup on. But it looks really good, and I look really old. So.
And that's behind the scenes and everything like that. So.
Yeah, and it takes about 20 to 30 minutes to get my full character all done up and ready to go on stage. So
I'm sure that's very exciting as well, though.
Yes, it is.
Do you all want to talk about your monologues as well in the play?
Yeah, sure.
Here's an excerpt from one of mine.
Okay.
I have tricks in my pockets, I have things in my sleeves, but I am the opposite of the stage magician. He gives you illusion in the appearance of truth. I give you the truth in the pleasant disguise of illusion.
That gives us a little insight. Amanda?
Well, I can do my first monologue,
okay.
And it goes, she starts out and she goes, "You know, Laura, I had the funniest experience in church last Sunday. The church was crowded, and there was only one pew way up front, and in that pew was just one little old woman. I smiled sweetly at her, and I said, 'Excuse me, but do you mind if I share this pew?' 'I certainly do,' she said. 'This space is rented.' You know, that's the first time I ever heard that the Lord had rented space. These northern Episcopalians. I understand the southern Episcopalians, but these northern ones, no."
We can see the humor in that as well. How is the theater program at Roane State?
It's very fun. I love being a theater major. You know, it brings out characters and you can act up and stuff on stage and everything. And it's the first semester that Clarissa Feldt is teaching it. But she's doing really well, and I'm excited to be working with her this semester.
Well, it sounds like you all are having a lot of fun. And when should we be able to see the Glass Menagerie?
The Glass Menagerie is in November. It's the 13th, 14th, and 15th, and the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. But the the Fridays and Saturdays, are the 7:30 shows, and then the ones on Sundays are the matinees, which is at 2. So that would be the 15th and 22nd are the ones that are at 2. And the general admission is $10, and for staff, students, and seniors, it's $5.
Well, that gives us a lot of insight on when it is. Well, thank you guys so much, and everyone needs to come out and see this play because it sounds like a great opportunity. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Larry, both for joining me, and thank you all for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.